Okay, well, let's do, I just got through watching the Wes Buck. Well, actually, I cut to the part I wanted to see of the Wes Buck show. So, and I think that his comments and the comments of the people in there, let me help them get some clarification. So, they think that there should be a defined line on how to get into NPK. The defined line, guys, was when we first started this, and I called everybody with a fucking race car and said, hey man, we're doing something new. It's gonna be the coolest fucking thing. Come on in. And I'm not naming specific names, but one of them that I called is one of the biggest whiners about getting in. But called all these people and said, hey guys, come on, we're doing this deal. And there was a race your way in that was open to everybody. And you know what I was told, guys? Stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard of, James. Why would we risk our $300,000 race car on a no prep surface? That's some more street outlaw stupid bullshit. We don't street race. We're not gonna no prep race. And those same fucking people right now are, what do I gotta do to get on a TV show? But nobody wanted a part of this shit when it first started. We struggled to get a 32 car field because everybody said we're idiots. Just like when the TV show came out, NHRA jumps up. We're gonna pull your license if you're part of that stupid shit. But now NHRA is trying to get in the middle of it. I think that is fucking hilarious. And now the Wes Bucks and all the other people who have become kind of trivial in the racing world because they're not a part of no prep, they all want to, well, we think there should be a clear guideline to it. Let me give you the clear guideline. Be a fucking character. It's a TV show that has racing in it. If you're not a good character and you're not bringing something to the table to help define the brand and push the brand, then why the fuck? Everybody comes there for one reason. They want to be relevant. One guy, the one guy did make it. He said, no, nobody don't want to be in the middle of that. Nobody don't want to be famous for what they do. True, but it's a TV show. It's a TV show that has racing in it. Not a TV show about racing. And they talk about the 10 miles to get into the racetrack to see this racing. No. 10 miles to get in the racetrack to come meet the racers, the people they see on TV. Sean, Ryan, hell, our search sales reflect. I haven't even been I've been to every race, but since we switched combinations, I haven't put it into the Invitational, even though I have a spot in the Invitational, because the car will not make good TV. Because I put the show before what I personally want, as in a lot of us do. We put the show first to what our fans want. It's about fans, guys. 70% of the demographic that watches Street Outlaws has never owned a race car in their life. They've never been to a racetrack. They come to see us. Talk about, well, I wonder if anybody could do one of these and make it work outside of the TV cameras. No, it's not going to work. It's going to be like NHRA in the toilet. Because it's not about racing. It's about coming and meeting the people that you follow on social media and watch on TV on Monday night, Thursday night, Friday night, whatever. When I stepped away from the show, my social media blew up. It's bigger than it's ever been. Not because of the TV show, but because of me. That's what people don't understand. My fans gravitate towards me because of my videos, what I say and what I do. It blew up when I wasn't on the show because I started relating with my fans more. I started talking to them one-on-one. I told them my life story. I told them, I showed them when I'm building the cars and when I'm working my ass off in the shop. It's not a magic recipe to get into NPK, but everybody had the opportunity. That's what none of you remember. 4 or 5 years ago, I called every one of you Every guy that I knew that radio raced, big tire raced, 10.5 outlaw raced, I called Jack French, who had just built a radio car, said, Jack, this is going to be the next biggest thing. I'm telling you, Jack, you ought to come to it. What'd Jack do? Changed his radio car over to big tires, and he's been pushing and been a part of the series ever since. Those are the guys that got all this started. And now I can't even believe that I can't even believe the ignorance in this. Maybe Ryan Martin's playing poker. Bullshit. If you think Ryan Martin will play poker, he don't play fucking poker. I promise you. Ryan Martin ain't laying down for no fucking TV show. Ain't nobody paying him under the table to fucking lay down. He's had some shit happen. I mean, you think anybody can run a perfect fucking program all the fucking time and not have some issues? It's just, some of the shit that comes out of people's mouth when it comes to NPK just blows me the fuck away, especially the ones, and by the way, Mr. Wes Buck I talked to at Radio versus the World and told him, hey dude, we're starting this new deal, no prep kings, blah, 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 blah. You ought to check it out. It's going to be the next big thing in drag racing. Never heard fucking nothing, heard crickets from Wes Buck until it took off. Now all of a sudden he's making it part of his show because now NPK is important because people are watching. Sorry, Wes, but that's a reality. Travis Quillen, 4 or 5 people are standing there when I talk to you about that. But you didn't want no part of it then, but now you want a part of it. I get it. I get it. It makes your show more relevant. I get that. I understand. But get the facts. There is no, the magic combination to get in that invite list is put your fucking time in. You keep bringing up your boy. Well, your boy went to 4 or 5 races, then fucking curd out. And then went back to fucking Joycey. That's what he did. Dwayne Mills rode that motherfucker for a year and a half before Kaylee got in. But Kaylee started doing what was good for the show. She started promoting the show. She showed up at every race. She raced just as hard as if she was in the Invitational. And guess what? Kaylee Mills is in. And that's what people don't understand. Think about it like this. What do you have to offer to NPK? You got a fast car? Hey, anybody with a big fucking checkbook can go buy a fast car. That's the reality. You can go buy a fast car. You can come out there and you can win Invitational 1,000 fucking times. But you got to bring something to the show. You can win 1,000 times and everything you say on your social media is negative about it. And that's the thing, guys. This is what burns my ass. I know what I went through the first year struggling just to get a 32 car field. And everybody telling me I'm a fucking idiot. Well, the idiot evidently, it paid off, huh? Because now all of you want in. You say, well, everybody kind of acts, they dance around it. Bodie Jr. and Bowman dance around. Because they don't disperse the brand. And that's what people want. People want somebody to disperse the brand. That's not how you can be a part of NPK. You want to be a part of NPK, you support the brand. I mean, NHRA made the biggest fucking jump in street outlaws when they started their bullshit about we're going to pull your license if you're a part of it. So nobody has control over this that's in the drag racing world. And it bothers you guys. It eats you fucking up. And I don't get that. But you're not supporting positive shit about it. You're speculation and this and that. And, Ryan Martin, is he playing poker? Is he doing this? Is he doing that? Did this happen? Did that happen? Hey, you know what? You're basing your own fucking TV show. You say, you made a comment about a guy that I have tons of respect for, Lyle Barnett, great fucking guy, great fucking racer. And he said, if I knew I could get in, I think Lyle Barnett would make an excellent fucking character. But everybody's got to put their time in. I mean, we beat our fucking heads against the wall with this series. It was hard for me to even get tracks lined up. We're fighting. We're calling every fucking track, and most of the tracks are going, man, we don't want no part of that shit. And they make dates and then cancel dates because they got scared or somebody told them at fucking NHRA that, oh, that's a bad idea and we can't support you doing that. So it's funny how when all this started, everybody had an opportunity to be a part of it, but didn't want no fucking part of it. Now that it's popular, now it's on TV. Now when you see the gates are lined up for fucking 10 miles, which I don't think it was 10 miles, but those people are not coming to watch racing. They're coming to see us. They're coming to meet us. I have a line at my fucking trailer every time. Bad part is I'm working on my car because I'm trying to get my new combination lined out. So, but that's what the draw to NPK is the guys that they've watched on social media, that they've watched on TV, and now they get to come meet them face to face. They get to come watch, see what we do. And that was the whole reason NPK was started. NPK was started to give our fans a chance to come out and meet us one-on-one, see what we do, and see that we're not some fucking ass clowns on TV that think we have fast cars. We truly do have fast cars. It blows me away, and I hate fucking doing these rants, but you know, I get this shit sent to me. I don't even go on social media, guys. I go to my page with my fans. That's it. I don't go search social media because I would fucking do a rant 5 times a goddamn day. I know I would. Because when somebody sends me this shit, and I'm sitting there and I'm are you fucking serious? Would a series work without it? No, a series of fucking a no prep series is not going to work without Sean Ellington and Ryan Martin and Dominator and Reaper, whether you fucking believe it or not, because I still have a shit ton of fans, and I have real fans, not bot fans. My page has never been boosted. I've never bought a like, none of that shit. That is, what is the page up to now? You already know, Stacy. 340-something thousand followers that follow everything I do, every part of my life. I haven't been on the show in 2 years. I just went back because we went back to something that's stupid cool with the streetcar deal, and I wanted to be back a part of that. So I got 340,000 followers. That may not be a big number to some people, but to me, it's a huge number. And the fact that we have, how many people would you say come up that say we watch everything you do? Out of our fans that come up to there.
Like your real ones?
Yeah, I mean, we have people that are there to get autographs, and we've already talked about all that, and they're great. We need every fan we can get to keep this movement alive. It's hundreds.
Yeah. I can't even speculate accurately, to be honest.
So, you know, the magic recipe and we need to make a defined line. We're not fucking NHRA. We're not IHRA. We're not ADRA. We're not none of that bullshit. There is no defined line. If you're a good character and you bring some value to the show, guess what? You're gonna get in the show. But you gotta put your time in first. We all did that whole thing for free, guys. Didn't get paid a dime because we believed in it. Stacy and I stayed away from our home for, 6 months? 5 months? 5 months did not get to sleep in our own bed. Stayed on the road. The guys beat themselves to death and didn't get paid a fucking nickel for it because they wanted to be a part of something that was brand new that we've been doing for years, but nobody ever thought nothing about it. So to think that you come up there and you got a class operation, you got a fuck ton of money, and you're gonna roll in there with your fucking, $1 million fucking operation because you win a few races. Oh wow, I deserve to be in. No, you don't fucking deserve to be in. If you make 4 or 5 races, big deal. You didn't put in what we put in. Nobody wants to put in the work. They just want the benefits of it. So I ask everybody that wants to be a part of NPK, what the fuck are you gonna do for NPK? Because I get every negative fucking comment that somebody that's got a little bit of relevance makes gets sent to me in a text message. Hey, did you see this? 90% of the time, I just blow it off because I don't want to do these fucking rants about the ignorance of people. But you know what? That just kind of set me off because I personally asked Wes Buck to get behind this deal, and I never got a phone call. Matter of fact, if Stacy wasn't using my phone, I'll show you where I still got a cell phone in my that he gave to me. But he didn't want a fucking part of it. But boy, now that it's something, of course he does. So, and that's just like everybody else. I worked my ass off, called everybody I knew with a 10.5 car, a big tire car, a radio car. Hey guys, there's what we're doing. Stupidest shit I ever heard. I heard that so many fucking times. I was so frustrated. But when I called Dean Carnes, said, hey Dean, you want to come be a part of this? He said, what do I do to get on that invite list? I said, I race your way in every time. Mike Murillo, got to race your way in every time. Damn. I'm just drawing a blank.
Brad Eaglin.
Huh?
Brad Eaglin was another one.
B-Rad. You know, the guys they came and they raced their way in and they got into the Invitational because they were there in the beginning working their fucking asses off to be a part of this deal. And they did. I mean, they came and I told Dean, I said, Dean, you know, you stirred up shit about the show once before and nobody knows who the fuck you are. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to race your way in. And it was open. You race your way in, you'd be in the Invitational that night if you raced your way in. Dean came every race. I can't remember his buddy's name that I like. Also with the note. God, I'm getting bad with names. Even people that I know really well. But, you know, all of those people that started this, Cody Baker, they all came when it wasn't big like it is now. And they came out there for the right reason. They came out to be a part of something new, and they helped push it. Mike Murillo, perfect example. I told Mike, anybody wants to ask Mike this, I said, Mike, don't disperse the fucking brand, dude. You know, Manny and Ozzy at HPP wanted to know what it took to get in. Robin Roberts, all those guys. I said, support the brand, support the series, and come come race. And at the time, sometimes there wasn't a race your way in because we didn't have enough fucking cars to fill the field. But now, yeah, there's a laundry list of people wanting in. Everybody that knows NHRA is defunct and dead, and nobody gives two fucks about it. Now all those racers want to come in. And hey, that's great and wonderful. I mean, I'd like to see Futures have 150 cars in there. But I'll tell you right now, if you're not willing to put in the time, you're not willing to put in the work, and you're not willing to support the fucking brand, then fuck you. You don't have no business being an NPK. Do what we did. Don't come on our shirt tails because you want to be a part of something. You think you come to 2 or 3 races and you're owed something. Support the brand. Push the brand. Support it on social media. You want to know? He made a comment that really there was no massive advertising done because it didn't have to be. All we had to do was post it on our pages that we were going to be somewhere. All we had to do was put it out there that you're going to get to meet all these guys you see on TV, and the floodgates opened. And then they got to see the racing. And now we have fans that are not just TV fans. They're actually fans of the racing. They're starting to see how fast these cars are. But all of this is all started. It started way back when, making phone calls to people that were too good. I was too stupid. Dumbest shit I ever heard. Why would I do that? And here's the funniest part about all of this. This is nothing fucking new. If you're a die-hard racer like I am, you think back 30 fucking years ago before NHRA came in and basically moneyed everything to fucking death. Back when it was Pro Stock Racing Ohio. Larry Morgan. When I'm talking Larry Morgan, Larry, you ought to bring a fucking, you ought to build a car and come no prep racing. The second year we did it, he goes, James, I have no idea about even how to set one of those cars up. I said, Larry, I said, you remember when you started in Pro Stock a couple months ago? He goes, yeah, about 30 years ago. I said, remember when they used to take and dump a drum of VHT down each lane? He goes, I don't know, James, back then? He said, we just rode up the racetrack and we did a water burnout and we staged our cars and ran. I said, welcome to fucking no prep. It's not a new idea. All it did was take drag racing back to where it began. And that was the whole idea behind NPK. Take racing back to where it started. That's why the tracks aren't prepped. That's why the fans are coming to see it. And you know, nobody wanted to jump on board at first. But now that it's what it is, it's the biggest thing that drag racing has ever seen. Now everybody wants to be a part of it. And hey, I get it, guys. I mean, why put in the fucking work? Why work when you think you go win some races over in Pro Stock or Radio versus the World or Top Fuel or something like that, and you think you automatically earned your right into here? You haven't earned your right into here. Support the brand. Support the show. Support instead of your negative bullshit that you want to put out because you get butthurt because you weren't selected. This is a TV show, guys. It's got a lot of badass racing in it. It's not a TV show about racing. It's about the people. It's about the characters. It's about the passion. And start watching the guys that are on this show. You know, when they win, Jim Howe. They said Jim Howe broke down fucking in tears. Saying, I'm going to cry like a bitch when I win one. And I'm going to win one. Because I've never quit. I've never stopped trying. And eventually, now I've got a team. I've got a badass car. We're getting the combination figured out. And the car's stupid fast. We're trying to get the car dialed in, the team dialed in, and next year we're going for the championship because I think we're going to have I'm going to have all the tools in my toolbox for the first time to actually pull it off, not trying to do everything with just Stacy and I. But Jim Howe, hey, congratulations. But he showed the fucking passion for wanting to be here. Jim Howe was one of the first guys that I'd talked to, but he ran small tires. So I told me you get a big tire. He got a big tire car. So I see these $500,000 cars rolling in and they're brand new built cars and they roll in a fucking semi and you know it's $1 million operation. You know the funny thing is they still haven't beat that they're some of them are in and some of them are starting to get their combinations and yeah, Ryan Martin had a great fucking start of the year, but guess what? Everybody started figuring their combinations out too. Then it started shifting up. Rules to shit. I mean, you guys don't even want to get me started on what I think the rules should be because there wouldn't be no fucking weights and all that bullshit. Build the baddest fucking car you can and come out here and try to do it. But there's good parity there. I mean, it shows. Every power adder has won a race this year. So Ryan Martin is one of my best friends. And when you guys talk about, oh, he's just a fucking rich guy and blah, blah, blah. You guys don't know Ryan Martin. You know Ryan Martin on TV. You don't know Ryan Martin and how hard that guy fucking works every fucking day. And how hard he tests and how hard he does the things he does. Like Jeff Lutz, Sean Ellington, Dave. Everybody works their fucking ass off to try to get faster. But the struggle is real in this shit. Ryan just puts in, he put in the extra work and he got this combination and he still tests all the time. But I will say this, if anybody thinks Ryan Martin is my best friend and Ryan Martin has offered a dozen times to help me and I said, I can't let you do that because we're friends. He said, man, I'll help you do whatever. I want to see you win. But I know that would take away from Ryan's racing program. And I won't be the reason that one of my best friends lose because he's over fucking with my car when he should be fucking with his car. So, but I promise you, as much as Ryan Martin wants to see me win, as many people as want to see me win, if you think anybody from the 405 would take a fucking dive, you're out of your rabbit ass mind. When we pull up to that fucking tree, friendship ends for 3 seconds. And then we get out of the car and we're friends again. Nobody lays down. Stupid, ridiculous bullshit to even think that. All right. Now I'm going to try to go to sleep because now I'm all fucking wound up. I'll be up half the night fucking ranting and raving about this in my head too. So, there we go. There's the secret ingredient to get into NPK. Put in the fucking work. Push the brand. Don't disparage the brand. And remember, you have to be a good character. You have to support the whole process and everything that has to do with it. Keep your negative shit to yourself. Keep your NHRA shit to yourself. IHRA, DRL, blah, 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 blah. And everybody's more than welcome to try to copy the recipe. It's a pretty standard deal. But if you don't have Street Outlaws in it, you're not going to get the crowd, because the crowd's there to watch us. They're there to see us. And that's what you guys can't get through your head. They want to see the characters. Out.